Greetings to your higher self. Blessings.
Hi. Uh, just a quick idea or information about how my uncle live his new life, if I can say, as he is dead now. Maybe he wish to share something with me.
Yeah, he was like you say, a ghost after he crossed over, a little bit scared of where he was going, so he wandered around. You can say for a couple of years, but he was okay. But he was just wandering and you know, just exploring the ghost realm. There's some of his energy is still there, but he's not in any pain or anything like that. But he is connecting more to the higher realms at this point. He's still a little bit, there's some fear in him still where he is. It's a little bit overwhelming because he's had
Okay.
the physical life for such a long time. Mhm.
How I guess he probably reconnected with his wife after she died many years before.
Yes.
How
And
how the situation goes with together.
well, she crossed over pretty well. She knew exactly where she was going. He was a little bit skeptical about it. But yeah, she's definitely with him. She shows up as more like an angel to him instead of like showing herself. Was like she thought that would scare him a little bit. Sometimes she would appear to him as who she is, but she'd actually appear as an angelic being, so he's not so scared. It's like, oh, it's an angel, I'll be okay. And or but she's yeah, he's still, yeah, he's between worlds right now. He's okay, but he's exploring. But yeah, she's doing great.
Does
So
he reconnect with his my father?
yes,
Is,
at
they
times, yeah.
talk they talk together a little bit.
Yes, there's a little bit of that. Yeah, you can say that's one of the reasons why he hasn't fully connected to the astral plane as of yet, but there is a connection there though.
Okay, they maybe fix some little thing together. Okay, I will jump to the second picture. It's more about brother, sister, and father. Any upgrade about where they are in their life, and maybe start with my father, the red circle.
Yeah, he's doing all right. He's still, like he's, kind of like reevaluating his life, like where he's went gone wrong or what he needs to do. He wants, when he leaves this world, he wants to feel satisfied. He's not quite there yet, but it feels like he's a lot different than he was in the past, though. He's made many changes with himself, so he's still fighting with himself, but it feels like he's in a better phase than he was before when he was younger, when
Okay.
you were younger.
He fight about something in his the last life he had with us, or past other life he something he
Yeah.
fight or
Yeah, he was very physically demanding in a previous life where he just wanted all of you to do what he was very controlling in his previous life. And you can say there's a lot of regret in this life to go easier. He still has some of that, but nowhere near as much as he had before. He does show that you've all had like Viking lifetimes at one time, a long time ago.
okay.
You probably
Uh,
feel some of that.
he wish you share something or
He's proud of you if he doesn't say it. He does care, of course. He just doesn't feel like he did all that good of a job as a father, from what I can see from him. He's just overly critical of himself, but he feels like he made some improvements. We feel like he has a long ways to go there.
okay.
So,
Uh, about my sister, where she is in his path, and the
but
yellow one, yellow
you
circle.
know, she's confident about herself. She's still struggling with her, anxiety of yes, past decisions. She's kind of haunted about her past decisions. So she wished she did. did things a lot better in the past. That's kind of haunting her currently. It's not something she would bring up to anybody though.
Yeah.
But she's she's confident of who she is, which is good. She's a little bit afraid of the future, but overall, she's doing well. She could be doing better, as you hear what some people say. She could always
Okay.
be being better, but she's content. Maybe not completely content, but decent.
Okay. My first brother, Daniel, the green circle.
He can get overconfident at times, as you know. He doesn't always realize his weaknesses. Um, he's kind of lost, so he's fighting with himself a lot. He has a lot of regrets of the past, but he doesn't think about it too often. He wish he took more advice from you. I feel like he gave him advice in the past, or he wish listened a little bit better. But he had to learn the hard way. So he's kind of. I just feel like he's okay, but could be doing a lot better. But he's still kind of fighting with himself. So I do feel like he's pretty lost at this point.
I try to talk with him sometime and share what I do on myself
Hmm.
and try to explain it
Yeah.
in the way he can maybe try to explore his side and doing work on himself too. But I'm not sure if that always work on him.
Yeah, he's yeah, you're like way farther than he is with spirituality, as you know. And he's not quite there yet. He still likes the physical realm, he's holding on to it. He's, you know, I don't know, I get like a fireman energy. I don't know, it's like he wanted to be a fireman, I guess, as a kid. But
Okay.
you get that job, you kind of sit around all day, then you do something. He has that kind of energy around him. I know it sounds a little strange there, but yeah, he has a lot of past regrets. He just doesn't know how to manage it. You know, I mean, he's kind of like a squirrel. He's kind of like you know, always on the move and not thinking what he's doing.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, he wishes he took more advice from me in the past, but he's yeah, he's having trouble connecting as you connect though. So
Yeah.
but you do connect to him a lot astrally to guide him. So think of it that
Uh,
way. Like you're guiding him spiritually without saying anything.
yeah.
So
Does what this life is present life will improve a little bit before he pass away, or
yeah, he's making improvements now. Well, to go to your dad, it feels like your dad made a huge amount of improvements. Obviously, he can improve more, but he's doing really good. From what I can see, he changed a lot. Your brother, he's made some changes, not a lot, but there's nothing wrong with that. It's just he's taking things very slow. So yeah, he might incarnate here again.
okay.
As he
I
might
know
need
he
he might need a couple more lives here, actually.
okay, take a full pack of life.
Yeah,
Uh,
because he's like having trouble with this, what he wants. He doesn't always know what he wants, but you are guiding him tremendously though.
okay.
Astrally.
I know he have some difficulty to make some cleanup around him, and
Yeah.
always dust around here and there. And that seem really wish to doing something. I'm waiting for someone to doing that for him. What is the main situation that's block him out to doing that, or
Lazy. Just that's a representation of how he feels within himself. Messy.
okay.
So he hasn't fully let go of a lot of that, as you can see.
Okay. The second brother, the blue one, I
Yeah.
know yeah, the same kind of question.
He's doing better. Yeah, similar to the other brother, of wish he can do more, but he has more confidence there. He has a lot of self-doubt though. He has a lot of self-doubt, but still trying to be nice to others, trying to be good, trying to he has a lot of cat energies around him. It's funny the others didn't show animal energies, but he shows a lot. And also like a bear energy. But cat does just show the naturing side of himself. So he's been like a barbarian in his past life. You can probably see some of that. He's come a long way. So, and this is to bring out a more softer side of himself here. That's reason for this incarnation. It's working well. It's not so beating up on himself. It's like your brother, your other brother was like, he was, let's call it the blue brother, was used to be like your green brother. We'll just keep it
Okay.
simple like that. So this, the blue brother has really come a long way. So yeah, he's afraid of the future. Keep getting that energy, but he feels like he's really, yeah, he's going with the flow. He's not fighting life like your other brother is.
Okay. Does he have something specific happen in this year? Has he didn't wish to talk to us, or to my mother, or to answer to the message she sent to him?
Like, you want to say something or
He don't want to
uh
talk to answer her to the phone or
oh,
to later. He don't want to talk.
that has to do with cutting off the past for right now. Now, I would say that's going to be a regret eventually. Because he just doesn't want to remember the past. I feel like it goes back to his childhood, like even like maybe before you were born, or it feels like he had some traumas there when he was growing up that you might not be fully aware of. But it's like mental traumas, so that's why he hasn't quite forgiven the mother, you can say.
Uh, I
So
know sometime when new child coming in the family, that's the first one or second one take less attention from their parents and
yeah.
something like that.
Yeah, exactly. And it feels like it was like really young, and she had no idea. She doesn't feel like she was given more attention. I mean, obviously, when you have new children, obviously you got to give a lot. He took it really personal though, because he was more like an attention. He wanted all the attention. It's like it's just me
Yeah,
and you, mom. Obviously, that's not the case.
because
So
I understand. I understand the part of our behavior is the reflection of some kind of thing sometimes,
mhm,
and we live far away of us since 20 years and more,
mhm, you know,
and I think is may probably what how he feel the situation, and
yeah.
he just continue to keep the distance he
Mhm,
feel,
for now.
because the last time he come to see my mother asked me to come to for the dinner with him because she want him to see me too a little bit, to see the family. And I
Mhm.
think that disturbed him to not be alone with her. And I feel it's something like this too that's happened.
Well, yeah, it seems like, yeah, because he's been so far away for so long, it's like he feels like, why reconnect unless something occurs, like a health issue in the family, then he'll probably show up. But other than that, he wants to, he can say he's technically trying to figure himself out. But he has not let go of the past. He's still holding on to it against his mother, though, from childhood. He doesn't know, he's not aware of it. Physical, I mean, technically he is, but not, I don't think consciously aware of it. So,
Does do does I am the only one that's make a lot of personal work on myself,
yeah.
or
Oh, yeah, definitely. Yeah. Yeah. Cause like this, the brother that we're speaking about, he's, he's kind of like, it does feel like he feels like he's, he's owed something, he's owed, attention. He gives off that vibe. But yeah,
Okay.
you're working on yourself more than all of them. Actually, your father is doing pretty good. Um, your mother's doing decently. She doesn't always know how to do it.
Does I talk a little bit to my mother about what I do?
Mhm.
Does that bring her to make more openness to work on herself and more easily work on herself?
Oh, yeah, she's not fully understanding it, meaning that she's not fully ready for that type of deep work. I would say, like, you're working with her astrally, to even help her cross over. You're helping all the family to, you know, get to where they need to be in the physical realm, but also in the when they reconnect with spirit when the time comes.
Does this part of my contract with the family?
Yeah, he still has a contract. Yeah. Your brother
Okay.
just denies. He feels like he's owed more attention. He just feels like I don't know, he has a lot of work to do with himself. There's
Okay.
some arrogant energy with him, as you probably know. So
Yeah, it's
a bit of a
my point
narcissist.
of view
You know.
how he make the choice of for what he is to this or to the school and why what's going anyway. It's not
Yeah, he has a bit of a narcissistic energy, and it's gonna be a different one to clear that. When we
okay.
see it, when there's health problems with the family, then he'll probably come out of his hiding.
Yeah, maybe.
Maybe.
Uh,
Yeah, so is that maybe?
okay, the last one is my nephew, the gray one, Philip, the little boy, brown boy.
Okay. Yes.
I know he tell me want to look for maybe join the military in Ontario soon.
Hmm.
So I just look to what is the main path he is now and what he looking for.
Adventure.
Okay,
Yeah, just it's not to be mind controlled or anything. It's just he just wants to see the world, and he's battling with himself, of course, like anybody would, but he just wants to explore the world and figure himself out. So he has no agendas against everyone. He feels like he's cleared a lot from his childhood. It's just he just wants experiences.
okay. What
Yeah.
is perspective about his experience with us? Because
Oh,
we I think we be more close to him than usual for me.
yes. No, it feels very, yeah, he feels very welcomed. And he feels he wants to know everybody better, actually. He wants a better connection, maybe when he gets older. Of course, when he gets older, obviously he's gonna be working and everything. Yeah, when he gets older, like on his own, yeah, you probably won't hear from him because he'll be trying to figure himself out.
Okay, okay,
So I don't feel like he's trying to ignore anybody. I feel like he just needs that. He just needs it.
okay. We'll jump to the next picture. The girls, with the green circle. She passed away
Yeah.
in March.
Mhm.
Just to know if she wish share something about his life experience and if she have a message she wish to share.
She wished she did more in her life. She does have a lot of regrets, actually. Just the way how she treated people. I just figured she didn't give the amount of love she thought she could with others. You can say she become very overly sympathetic towards others. So just she has a lot of regrets, not like torturous regrets, but just she wants to be more of a humanitarian. She feels like she wasn't really doing that. So when she crossed over, she kind of battled crossing over a little bit. She didn't want to go. So she has some regret with that too, of just how it all transpired. So she's yeah, she's kind of going through a lot of struggles even where she's at right now. It's like she's not getting along with all the spirit beings, but she's decent, you can say. She has a lot of healing she has to go through. I can see. Like she can
How,
put on the outsider, she put this outer layer around.
yeah,
Obviously there's a lot more going on.
like many people, yeah.
Yeah.
How the crossover have been for her when she died, how she lived this experience.
It was it was more than she expected. She does have a lot of negative energy around her. Not that they're attacking her, it's her own stuff. So she's just battling with herself. So she has a lot of alone time. I mean, she has beings that love her, of course, but she's just kind of yeah, she needs to incarnate more to clear this out, like with a lighter reality. This one was really hard on her. So I
Okay,
don't think she's going to incarnate here. As a lot, yeah, she just a lot of her shadow self came through here, and she's going to go to a lighter environment, incarnate, not here. I don't think, but somewhere where she can really start to heal because she doesn't feel like she can heal here. It brought out a lot of out of her that she wasn't expecting.
okay.
So
Does and I we had any past life or
yeah,
connection with her?
yeah, that's where that Viking energy comes. Also, Renaissance time period. I would say also she was like a sister in a previous life. Not one you were that connected to though, but one that yeah, kind of like that's my sister. And you're like you barely ever see her, that type of thing. From past life. So she's been a
Does
family member, cousin, things like that in her past.
does does I had any form of influence on her in this life, even if I didn't have a real big connection with it?
Uh yeah, it's been decent. She didn't always understand you. So you're kind of a foreign energy to her, she can say. But of course, she was holding a lot. There's a lot was going on within herself. But you say spiritually, yeah, you are assisting her a lot. She's not always talking to you either. It's nothing against you, but she's having trouble. I feel like you're already showing a lot of compassion towards her where she is now, but she doesn't always want to hear it. Just a friendly gesture she has trouble with, it seems.
Okay,
So she just deal with a lot.
okay.
So
We we move to the two brothers picture.
yes.
Uh, the first picture, the first image is GF, the
Mhm.
guys with the black t-shirt. Same kind of question where he is in his path and maybe his perspective about the relation we had together.
Oh yeah, he's a little bit skittish, overconfident sometimes, very insecure. Wants to talk about himself, but not always telling the truth about it. Yeah, he has some manipulative energy around him. Like manipulative. Well, he likes to get what he wants. Kind of a smooth talker, as you probably know. Some respect of that. He does have good intentions overall, like with your connection with your family. Yeah, he can be. Yeah, he's pleasant with it. He still fights with it. It's like he's doesn't feel like he belongs anywhere. But he's doing the best he can. He's kind of like a little bit of a Ken doll.
Okay. How he see me now in his perspective?
Yeah, he's not always saying it verbally, but he does have respect for you. But he doesn't always show it. He hides a lot
Okay.
of it. So it just has a lot of you know, he kind of understands where you're coming from. He doesn't always understand it, but he tries to be decent overall from what I can see.
What kind of thing I bring to him or help him in his life?
Well, I do see a little bit of narcissism there with him. And I feel like you're working with him to open up a little bit more because he's kind of like a cage.
Okay.
At least that's what I see.
Okay. And this is the second guy, the brother, or the first one,
Yeah.
Dave, is maybe
Um,
what is Pat and the same kind of information his Pat is and his perspective about me.
so Dave's path is to help others, but yeah, a lot of it's to find himself. He's been lost many incarnations. He's almost like a shadow being. He just gets, he's like you hear about shadow people. He's been a shadow person in his past. So I think
Okay,
sometimes he's a little bit worried about you because he feels like sometimes you can pick up on what he is. I don't see like he's trying to be negative or um, manipulative, but he's a bit, a bit lost. So it feels like the two of you kind of battled an astral in the past incarnations, because he's been very selfish in his previous life.
hmm
So he doesn't want you to know who you are. Well, he has some past connections there overall, and he's trying his best. He's still, you know, he doesn't know what to do with himself, it seems sometimes.
okay. And how he see me now? What is perspective about me now?
I feel like he's cautious of what he says to you because I feel like he might read too much into it or figure him out. He hides a lot, what I can see. So yeah, he's just careful because he knows you're like an empath. It's almost like you can read minds. He feels like when it feels like when he's around you, you like you can see through him. Sometimes you don't obviously say anything about it. It's almost like you can catch him in all his lies and things like that.
Okay,
So
in some way you can see too.
yeah, yeah,
You can see him. You see it. You have the in some way the same kind of capacity to read too. You
right.
cannot hide so easily. Okay.
Yeah. So
Okay.
he's a lot of melancholy energies around him. Yeah, he's been kind of a prankster in his past life, and you dealt with him many times.
Yeah.
So
It's the main reason he don't have children.
I think he's kind of scared of him. Just, you know, I don't think he can, feels like he can handle it. He's still trying to get himself together. It doesn't
Okay.
look like he really wants kids, what I can see.
Because you have I see the first brother is he have children,
Mhm.
but the way the second one act and do the same the kid there's some kind of action. I see more the second one have children, more capacity to have children than the first one.
No, the first one, it just, well, kind of think of like the first one's having, you know, those are kind of his kids. The second one's energy is there. It's like you're having kids for us both, kind of. I know it sounds weird, but
Okay, yeah,
it's just he doesn't really want to do it, from what I can see. Maybe in the future, not
because
likely.
the way I feel is the second one will be probably a better father than the first one.
Yeah, but the first one needs a lot of growing up to do.
Oh
So that's why that's there.
yeah, okay.
So the kids are teaching him, and the second one's already been through all that.
Okay, we'll move the next picture. The woman,
No.
where she is now in his life and all things turn.
She's doing better. Yeah, she's fighting her mental health a lot. She can't stand getting older. So she wants to be like 14 again. So her mental state is not great.
No?
It's like she puts ideas in her mind to think a certain way. She kind of lies to herself a lot. She kind of wanders, just delusional. Everything's great when everything isn't, and she just kind of in this bizarre, just she does have like a ghostly energy. She's definitely been a ghost in her previous life and enjoyed every minute of it until she had to move away from that. So this life is kind of ghostly too in some ways,
Like,
but she's still, yeah, she's like she's not going after the things she wants in life. She holds back a lot. So yeah, she has definitely regrets, but she made peace with her regrets. But she's still fighting with herself though, to clear out
I
her
I
anxiety.
think is this winter I was to shopping center and I saw her with his husband coming out of uh, a bikini store, and I'm not sure. I think she's turning his head down to look for something. I think she saw me coming, and she just turned her head and look
Yeah.
away.
Mhm.
What is his position about me now?
Well, 'cause if her husband wasn't there, she probably would have acted a little bit differently, possibly. So she's just very secretive, private about her life. She just for you two running into each other, obviously you're on her mind for that to happen. So I would say it's a good thing, but she's still, yeah. She likes showing you is like, I can't do anything. I have this guy here. If you ever see her again without him around, possibly, but doesn't mean she'll say anything.
Yeah.
So, but it does show that too if you have a connection though.
Does she feel better about me or
Yeah, she's let go of a lot of stuff. Yeah, she's still battling her own thoughts and everything.
yeah, okay.
Yeah, it feels like she's cleared out. I mean, she can be very forgiving in the right time. It just says she's married, so that has that energy around it. So
How his son, which have died 2 years ago, I think. How he live his experience now. We maybe wish to give a message.
that was her. Well, yeah, no, actually, he's doing pretty good spirit wise, and he's a little bit frustrated with her because she lies to herself a lot. She's going through more hell than she needs to. So she doesn't forgive herself. This is coming from Yeah, he's a little bit annoyed by her and her decision making. She won't lighten up.
Okay.
Be honest with herself. So yeah, he's a little, I mean, obviously he cares for her, but he's a little bit, yeah, mad at her, but in a good way.
Okay.
Well, it feels like after he died, she kind of exploited it a little bit too much. And she took it way further than it needed to go. Obviously, mourn and everything, but she almost used it in a manipulative way.
Okay. Last picture. My mother.
She's in good spirits. Of course, she's afraid of death. She hasn't made peace with that yet, but she still has a lot to do. It's good for her to do things and feel like she's, has a she's has, she people need her. She likes that. She just wants to keep busy currently.
Okay.
So seems like I mean, she's let go of the past a lot. So she's allowing herself to be happy. So, which wasn't always the case in the past.
How his health is now.
Her health
Yeah.
or it's decent. She can live for quite some time. Like I said, she's not ready to go. So she's gonna hang in there as long as she can. Mhm.
Okay. She have time to work on herself.
Yeah, but you're helping her with that. Mhm.
Okay.
So
Um,
yeah.
as I didn't make a lot of uh, session with Ivan, maybe a lot of message I need to receive from any form of entity or people.
Greetings, we are the Palladians. Send you energies. There are alien energies around you a great deal to help you with your health. Yes, you're doing a lot of energy clearing. It does feel like you are clearing out entities around your mother that can trickster beings and cause her mental stress. You're clearing out a lot of that. She's not capable of understanding those things. as much as you are. So you say you're like a practitioner, you can say healing practitioner. So
Okay.
you're also clearing out a lot of your, you can say your king incarnations here on Earth. There's actually several of them, not all of them went so well. So you're clearing a lot of those. We had people backstabbing in the past. Um, Even during ancient Rome times, you have like a leadership position. So you say this incarnation, you're laying low after so much of infighting within your the people that were around you in the past. So they do show like some of the people that were there to protect you did turn against you, and I do see some stabbings there. This was during like a life in Italy.
They stab me because I do something stupid or because I disturb something bad.
Yeah, I didn't want to. You disturbed something that was not right. Like you're
Okay.
bringing out more good, good intentions, and others becoming corrupt by other kingdoms, things like that. So, yeah, you have
Does I
spies.
does I spend more life in whatever the dimension or the reality I go? Does I spend my more life to doing something good
Yeah,
than that?
yeah, yeah. You done well. Just that your circumstances weren't always the best, but usually it's for good intentions. Just sometimes you're just being situations where you have many going against you, or you just can't achieve what you wanted to achieve. So you had a lot going, that type of thing. So,
Okay. Does I had another message I need to receive for someone?
I mean, you've had some lifetimes where you kind of got mad and just, there was a lifetime as like a king where, not saying where it was, but you're kind of on like an execution high. Like they just start executing people just for the littlest things. But you survived that life. Didn't
Yeah.
live that long, but you weren't assassinated. It
That's
wasn't, yeah.
that was the what kind of learning I got from that.
Nor to trust others and not be so paranoid. It was almost similar like to King Herod. Some not exactly, not as bad as that, but a little bit. Just paranoid. Just feel like you're almost like Henry the Eighth. Henry the Eighth was like that too.
Yeah.
Just feel a bit more. Just don't say anything stupid around them. Be careful. Like, but I feel like he died of a disease or something. You just kind of became very paranoid, and it kind of got you at the end.
Yeah.
But trusting others and just chilling out. But anyway, that helped you get to where you are now.
I know in some time when Ivan do some uh, chat room channeling message and the message about Tetris reality comes 2 3 times. I think does I need some I need to know something about that or
This
message I
is
need.
well, we can tap in, we can bring that energy in if you like. So, all right. Blessings. Brings you, we have the Tetris consciousness or artificial intelligence consciousness.
What
Well, you could
kind of
say you created many different structures, timelines, realities that were always on the move. You can say maybe not exactly like the game. Well, there are places where it's always moving.
okay.
So it's like you're kind of like you create puzzles. You're like a puzzle maker also to like figure this out to get to the next level type of thing. You've done that to planets. You also connected to the Tron reality.
Yeah,
I think there's called system of control or master controller
yeah, something like
energy.
that.
You've been connected to those energies also. Just the AI energies. The Tetris energy is basically it's kind of like yeah, like a world that's like a Rubik's cube. Realize a lot of this stuff can't be put out publicly. It just because it's just not for the public, you can say.
Yeah,
But yeah, like a Rubik's cube type of planet where it's rotating, kind of like a Tetris. It's moving over. It's like hell to get into or how to get out.
okay.
But think of a
Yeah,
planet like that.
you have to be careful where you put your house.
Yeah, be careful what you walk into because they can't get out once they get into that planet. It's like so yeah, it's like an episode of Star Trek.
And some people like to be there.
Yeah, some have figured it out. Yes, it just keeps their minds going. It keeps their minds, like you go to a like the doors constantly move. It keeps it's like a game. So it's like the door on the wall is now on the other side of the wall, or it's not even there. How do I get out of my house? Exactly. So you have to figure
Yeah,
that out.
does I try this planet myself?
Yeah.
Does I find a way to move out?
Yeah. Well, you've been created it. You created worlds like that. We've also experienced it. I feel like you experienced it first and you made your own. I believe this is part of like another universe. I don't think it's in this universe. I mean,
Yes.
it's versions of it in different dimensions at a non-physical dimension or a higher fourth dimension. Yeah.
Does the majority of people that create that kind of world, but whatever the style, the kind of world, they try themselves what they do?
Yeah.
Is does in some way is a kind of obligation to people to try what they create or
Yeah. Well, just like a video game, you create something and see who is interested. If they aren't, they are. If you get two players in, that's fun. That's enough. You don't have to have every. But it's like a Rubik's cube. Well, I'm not sure if you want a lot of beings getting stuck in there because now it's your responsibility if they can't get out. It's like it is and it isn't. You feel like, gosh, I made this thing so convoluted they can never get out of here. And it's
yeah,
not. You can give them hints on how to get out, but yeah, it can be very give you a headache.
probably.
And
Okay,
it's like an escape room. It's kind of like that.
yes. And the idea that let me know about this real that kind of world
Mhm.
just just uh, you just wish to let me know that exists or just that
Well, it's
that is useful in this life or
well, you see remnants of it here. It's just that you can say those worlds kind of went too far. Yes, they are connected to archons, and this world has some of that energy. Like people are trying to escape this world, and it's a little bit complicated to get out. It's not just like spaceship and fly out of here. It's not like that. So this world is
Mhm.
very similar to that. It's just that one they can see it. This world you can't. I mean, you can see it, but you can't see it. So this is another kind of Rubik's cube reality, you can say.
Yeah, maybe layer or maybe layer,
Yeah. So it's
yeah.
just but it feels like you had fun creating those places. Yeah, it kind of went too far sometimes, but it's not like it was a negative towards you. I mean, you might have felt bad that some beings were like still there after a long time. I mean, they get taken care of, they still have food and all that, some do at least. But yeah, it's just to see if they can escape or make it work. Some live there, some can't, wish they can get out of there. So
Okay.
that was just
Any yeah, can uh, jump to the box reality. I received that in some message sometime.
yes, of course. All right.
Thanks.
This is a box collective. Was it? You come from universes where yes, the planets are square, rectangle, mostly just square planets.
Yeah.
So there's this, not to say they're all artificial intelligence, but some of them have those energies. Well, they look at this universe and they feel that they're inferior to this universe, depending on the point of view that you're at. But some of those people do have kind of like boxed, like humans have round heads, they're kind of a boxy head.
Yeah.
Not fully. So like a flat head, you can say.
And round corner.
Something like that, yeah. So just that was round, yeah, you connected to worlds that are just kind of offbeat, retro, just something different. They're not taking things too seriously. You can say obviously like alien planets, but worlds that just give a different perspective of life, of what you're trying to figure out. Like you figure out, go there to what it can bring out of yourself, what you don't know about yourself, what can you bring there? Like where can you go in that life? Can you build it up to some kind of life of riches or whatever your version of wealth is, success. You can just internal success.
Yeah.
So
That's the main message you wish to share me through this ID.
yeah, just to well, some of the box realms might come back to you eventually. You might start remembering them. They just haven't been triggered yet. To a lot of buildings are boxes, and you know, yeah, they're not going to reveal themselves completely yet. But there's a bit of a battle between a box reality and a circle reality. Yeah, I know it sounds weird, but
Yeah, don't want to be around the triangle reality.
yeah, yeah. There's that too. Straight line reality, the flat realities.
Yeah, the dot reality.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, there's just it gets weird out there.
I guess.
It just some box people feel like they're just inferior to others like your world. Of course, they can be more difficult than your universe. So
I guess.
yeah,
Okay, thank you.
yes,
Uh, and uh, let Prime Creator jump in, please.
yes, of course. This
Thank you.
raises prime creator blessings.
Hi, Prime.
Yes.
Do you wish to share some message, or maybe transmit some message from someone else?
Oh, you're doing a lot of soul transformation, as you can see. You're doing a lot of soul healing for hundreds of lives. You say there are thousands, but I would say hundreds. But just releasing, letting go, of course, helping your mother's frequency improve, and your family. Yeah, your family is kind of a drag a little bit. Your father's a little bit better, but the mother seems to be in good spirits. But the idea is to help your family evolve where it needs to evolve. As for your direction, yeah, just letting go of the past and just bringing in a better, future for yourself, manifesting what you want to manifest, but just basically just self-healing, as you can see, clear out your heart chakra, clearing out the energy of others that cause you difficulties in the
Thank
past.
you. So I guess I will spend a lot of time to only doing that. Cleaning is more cleaning the timeline.
Yeah, just focus on things that you want to accomplish also, but there's no rush, but of course follow your instincts. But yeah, you're just doing a lot of self healing. You say there's some Yeshua energy comes in to help you release a great deal. I feel like in the past incarnations you were blamed for things that you had nothing to do with, and you're just resolving a lot of that here in this life.
Okay.
So
What probable thing that that manifests in the future time in this life?
well, more connections with yourself, just a lighter frequency, and more of your intuition will get stronger when the time is right. But
Okay.
basically, just a lot of self-reflecting, just releasing to for this current timeline to be a better energy field.
Okay. And I will have better socialization or social skill, or maybe, yeah, be more open social with people, where I still need to. I
We
just
need to.
I just feel I just more always keep myself away of people. Maybe
There's a
is
reason for well, you're not always around the right people. So being around the right people has not been no, eventually, but yes, that just shows how much self-querying that you're doing currently. So yeah, you're just doing there's a major cleanse going on. And others can actually block you from your direction. So that's why it's like that.
the that's like the main entity around me, or just
No.
energy
Uh
of people, or in general.
yeah, just your energy is so different from others, and you've had so many backstabbings in the past. Um, it's like you need this space to just do your own querying currently.
Yeah.
So, like, is anyone going
But
to give you anything new to help you? Sometimes, but, yeah.
thus I will have something much more. What I can say, I will try to doing something that will be more tangible in this life, that
Yeah,
useful for, I
yeah.
mean,
When you
say,
feel the time is right, yes, yeah,
I don't know if you understand what I go with that is. I just don't feel I do something really useful in this life. I just spend more time to try to figure out how to understand how to clean myself, and it just feel like it's hard for me to have one direction to take, and I just feel it's like I just spend my time to look in every direction, and I'm not sure why I'm doing that.
but you're kind of like in a middle period right now. In the future, yeah, you'll feel more. It feels like yeah, you'll have a project in the future where you feel like you're on the right track. You just haven't quite found it yet. So
Thank you.
it could be
Something
online based. It could be it's whatever you want it to be.
something more personal, something useful for other one, or it's like a
Uh,
service.
probably yeah, service for others. Yeah, yeah.
It's something was planned for this life, or just something I update in this life.
It feels like a plan, but it's up to you. You know, the idea will come to you on what to do with it.
Okay,
Or yeah, so so
okay,
it feels like it'll be maybe like an online service or you know it could be spiritually connected, whatever you feel,
yeah.
whatever you feel that will
Do I have
give you some kind of fulfillment. It has to fulfill you first.
do some entity around close, maybe close entity? I have message about that question. Maybe they can share. Maybe
I
they
can
can see
bring
something. Maybe they can see something maybe you don't see, and maybe they can share this idea.
oh we can bring in some of your spirit guide energies if you like.
Okay.
Yeah, all right, blessings. Greens, this is your spirit guide council frequency. It's basically you have to feel inspired to not always feeling inspired to create something new. That's even if you want to do something. But you do have an inventive mind, inventive spirits, but there has to be a drive to want to do so. So right now, you can say you're planning out ideas. Well, I can see, but it's up to you what you want to create, or just do it for yourself. It doesn't have to be for anybody else. So,
Yeah.
but yeah, you're kind of like in a middle period of it's a bit of a desert period, but not a full desert. Just you're just doing a lot of inner work currently, as you know. And so any other project can take you out of it. But yeah, it has to be something that you want to do for yourself. And it can be for others, but as long as you're doing it for you first, that's what matters most.
Okay. Uh, the spirits,
Mhm.
my spirit council is made of many entity or
Yes, a few thousand, but they're
yeah, man.
all just letting you decide. Letting go of the past was like somewhat you kind of hold on to it, if you're not fully conscious of it. Feeling like you're kind of stuck. So it's just wanting to do new things. To This is like inner project. Yeah, it's an inner creation. It can be whatever. Like I said, it has to be your heart desires to
Yeah.
do.
This council is made of close friend entity that I said I chose or I create
Yes.
myself.
Yes, you have brothers and sisters in previous incarnations, other versions of yourself also.
Okay.
So you can say
And
you're giving yourself this space, kind of like it is kind of like you're on an island currently, and you're just kind of figuring things out. You're just kind of just taking it day by day, no rush for anything, and you're just surviving it. But
so
every day has a purpose though.
so I will probably stay at this or my job for a moment.
Yeah, for now, yeah.
Yeah,
Mhm.
it's more useful like that.
Yeah, unless you find something that brings more fulfillment, but right now it's working.
Yeah. And how my work there help this place, the people there at this job?
How's it work or how's it
How my presence in this place
oh
help
it's
these
good.
people?
Oh, it's just that you're not bringing any drama or any type of tension. But yeah, you're there and sometimes you feel like you're a ghost. But that's kind of your intention too, just not to start any friction or anything. So say part of this, you've also had lifetimes that yeah, when you've been like a hermit in previous lifetimes, you've been away from everyone, like living out in the mountains.
Mm-hmm.
So this is actually you come a long way because you've had hermit incarnations where just live out in a cave, just away from everybody. And so where you are now is really shows a lot. Yeah, because your previous incarnations have really took a big toll on you. Just everything kind of fell apart and you get kind of tired of it.
Okay.
So just others you couldn't trust others. It just felt like sometimes you overstep your boundaries and just had to you had to take several steps back to just reconnect with yourself and disconnect from social connections, materialism. And so you're kind of coming back into the modern age, you could say here.
Okay.
So
Does does my future, the next life will be more material life or
it'll probably be more social material to a certain level, maybe not too material, but this a little bit, a
yeah? Okay.
little bit
And
more fulfilling.
what's the main goal I give you to this council?
The goal of
What
what exactly?
what is the goal I give you when I select you to be my counsel? What is the does I give you some some criteria or some goal to you
Yes.
to fill?
Well, for not us not to screw up, that's one of them. The other thing is for you to, to give you time to find yourself, to keep others away as you start to reinvent yourself, you can say. So there's a possibility the second part of your life will become more social and more active.
So that mean you influence my choice or my
No, you have your own choice. I mean, you do it as you want. We're just assisting your choices.
you assist in the way to make to put thing in to put thing in place
Yeah.
align with my choice, something like that.
Yeah, that's correct. Yeah.
Okay. Any another message you have to share or
Just I mean, kind of like in a middle period, and it's up to you. You have to do new things. I mean, it doesn't mean it always be productive, but it's like anything you want to do. To just do what fulfills you, and eventually there'll be some kind of community, social connection if it's necessary. If you feel like you even need it. Sometimes it feels like you don't feel like you even need it.
does I plan in this life to have someone else with me in this life or
Yeah,
I
that's,
was
options there. Yes, when the time is right. I feel like I don't feel like the time is right, but yeah, that can happen. Yes.
yeah, I guess my other brother, me and my other brother, my older brother, will not have children in this life.
That's well for you. It's still open if you feel like you need it. That can happen later in life.
And if that happens, does I will be able to give them
Yeah,
everything they
because
need?
yeah, to a certain level, it's not a priority from what we can see.
Do they have entity that are ready to jump in this how can I say that to be the take the role of the children if that's happened.
Yeah, or a family member can come in, or yeah,
Some entity is ready to take this role.
yeah.
Okay.
Just go with it right now. Just go with the flow.
What is do you have a symbol that could represent the spirit council?
The circle. This is simple circle.
Like it. Uh, any other entity wish to give message?
Yes, right. This is
Thanks.
greens. We have the Arcturians. Send your energies. Yeah, you say this life you felt very drained. Coming back to this incarnation, so this incarnation is kind of like homework. So you're making up for other incarnations where you feel like you didn't accomplish what you're there to accomplish. So this life, yeah, just you say keeping it low key, but you'll connect to those when you feel like you absolutely need to. So yeah, you're kind of like a submarine right now. You're just going underwater, going to places, doing things without a whole lot of attention. Kind of like a stealth type of energy currently.
Okay.
When the right time comes, you'll be more out with others. But right now, just do what you feel.
It's like close many past life to have less thing
Yes.
to move with me.
Yeah, you're clear out many past life energies. So it's kind of like a karmic life, you could say. So you clear out a lot of times you feel like you made a lot of bad decisions. So you're just doing a lot of put yourself, you put yourself in this place to even allow some of those lifetimes to appear when they're ready to appear, not always ready to show themselves.
Like a big library. Yeah,
Yeah.
I have many book open everywhere. I need to close them.
Well, there's been like selfish incarnations where he had a lot of power, abuse of power. And it was you know, you're coming back into your power just to know how to use it better. So, you know, so you can say your lifetimes go back to Atlantis, when it was kind of vicious back then. Got a power back then where like with weapons and things like that. So you actually knew how to activate them and everything. So it became a bit lost along with others there, where they felt like humans were the villain, or you just felt paranoid towards others. So there's a bit of those energies going on.
I know, and when I was teenager, I have a guy that's put himself in bad position, and twice
Mhm.
time I interfere in the situation to not anything bad happen to him. Is is about that kind of learning I did
Yeah.
from the past and why I do that.
Yeah. Many lifetimes you don't go through the karma of your decision to the next life. So, so there's a lot of times you have free reign to do whatever you want. And the next life, it all hits you. So, and you've just been little by little repairing your previous incarnations, you could say.
Yes, I always try to not fight anyone and
Mhm.
hurt anyone. Okay, I
Yeah.
know
So, yeah. Good.
even in the dream I cannot punch anyone.
Yeah. Yeah. Because it got previous incarnations. Yeah. It became very violent. Just wars, just one war after the other. Romans, he just had enough of all that. So yeah, now's the time for inner peace. You can do whatever you want. You can go to social gatherings, whatever you choose, but you're just doing a lot of inner reflection.
Okay,
So you don't have to look at it in a negative way. It's just you're just doing your. It's like if you have a lot of people around, it's hard for you to think clearly. It's kind of like you're in study. You're just focusing more on your own, you know,
okay,
clearing. But you can bring in people into your life if you want to. You just have to, yeah, if you need it. So,
okay. There's any other message I need to receive?
no, not this time.
Okay. Any other entity wish to jump in?
Yes, blessings.
Thanks.
Brings you other insectoids, rings, send
Hi.
you energies.
Hi.
So just yeah, we're just coming here to say hi, really.
Hi. And you say something you wish to share?
Just this world is coming into this planet was like an obligation to clear out yes, the past. Yes, you might hear that over and over again. So you have a group of beings that want you here to focus, yeah, just focus on yourself. And I mean, it could be worse. I mean, it's still doing a good energy. You just um did you show like you did like a past life, like a prison break? Like you did break a lot of your friends out of jail in the past. So yeah, you have some pretty wild incarnations in your past.
Okay.
So now you're in your kind of your monk
More a
energy.
pussy incarnation.
Well, it's just to take to clear all of that because yeah, you've had some violent incarnations of just like even taking over cities in your past. Some of those are during Roman times. So
I cleaned the board to fill it later.
yeah, it's like also like against the Jews too. You went like a like a mercenary against them during biblical times.
Oh yeah.
So some of those energies are healing currently.
Thus we can really clean every completely our energy where or we always have up and down whatever we do cannot.
Well, what happens is you come to a level where you feel like you've done enough of work on yourself, then things start to happen. So you're kind of like you're in your like cat interference. You have a you're like in your own ministry, your own kind of you know fix it shop, you could say.
uh, does your cat bite for your tongue?
Oh, just distracting. So it's just so you came to this life to yeah, you're kind of like a strong man in your past. Like unstoppable. So
uh,
so in this incarnation, it's like you have to do it no matter what. Yes, it's like sitting in the corner.
it's like I come from a past where I was strong man. I think is if I'm quiet and calm, I attract sometimes some woman from this position, from that energy, but in some way,
Yeah.
as this life, I don't have create something big, like as this life is a material life,
Mhm.
man have to show his capacity to create something and have resource around him. And as I don't have create anything, but I probably still have my past strong energy. I still have that attraction for some woman. It's like two opposite thing. I have their energy, but I don't have the reflection of this energy in my life.
Well, it's just that you want to attract somebody that's in similar position, that's a partner, because they can delay you from what you're here to do. So, but yeah, eventually you'll try the right relationship energy. But you are doing a lot of self clearing currently.
I know some girl look maybe okay for me, but I know it's at this time I still not have something to useful to bring to them, or to
Oh,
something
just
useful to create something with them, something like that.
just be. I mean, just yeah, just being a decent person really is the most important thing at this point.
Anyway, uh, any other message or entity wish to share something?
Yes.
Thanks.
Greetings into the sun energies. Greetings. Energy from the sun. There.
Oh, that's
You're
all.
just saying you do have connections to the Aztec frequencies, also connections to the Mayans. So you just have yeah, it's the Incas connections also. It seems like an inventor. So you're just going more into the human side of yourself. You've been very technical in previous incarnations. Now you're going more into the human side of things.
Thank you. Something else you wish to share?
No, that's all we have. Any questions
What
for
kind
us?
of do we have at other time connection together?
No, just have access to higher knowledge or, yeah, like you say, inventor in the past. And this incarnation, you're just yeah, self-reflecting. So but as for sun connections, yes, I've been on sun worlds, sun realities in previous lives, yes.
Did you have any perspective about what could come in for me in the future?
Just more inner healing, and eventually it'll be possibly a move when the time is right.
A
It will
movement?
be a, yeah, it will be a life change eventually.
Okay.
It's just
That
you're just doing what you need to do currently.
that will be for this life, who will be useful for the next one.
Maybe this life. You say it'd be
Okay,
useful for another life, it'll be good in this life.
thank you. Uh, almost the hand. Near the other entity wish to share something before we close this session?
Um, no, I think that we're all that's left at this moment.
Okay, thank you very much. We close
Um,
this.
well, we'll see if there's anything else. Just yeah, let's focus on, yeah, that's what you want to accomplish here, and whatever it might be, or where your heart. Yeah, it's really whatever you want to do currently. There's no obligation. Just what you feel like you need to accomplish in that day at that time, as long as you need to. That's all that matters at this point.
Yeah, just an idea like this. Any form of infusion that can help at this point?
Uh, feline, the Lyrin can help a little bit. Like 4%.
Okay,
It can help,
ideas.
and some Palladian at 2% can help also.
Okay, we'll try it.
Okay, we'll
Thanks.
send that energy. Yes.
Thanks.
All right. All right. All right. Thanks. Okay.